What's up, expats? This is Josh with Expats Everywhere.
And I'm Kaylee.
And welcome. This is another video that we're going to do and talk about
Cheap ways to travel.
cheap ways to travel.
Mainly flights. This one we're just going to talk about flights.
If you guys didn't know, we actually have a website called www.expatseverywhere.com, and on that website you guys can find other videos that we do, and we also do some consulting. So if you guys need some like tailored information about a place, that's where you can solicit.
Yeah, and even, we're going to talk about flights today, so if you need extra help with that, trying to get the good deals, we can help you with that too.
Actually, a really good resource to use is Scott's Cheap Flights. I got on there pretty recently, and you can sign up for free, or you can get a premium account and you'll get more deals sent to you daily.
Another good one is SKYSCANNER. We like to use SKYSCANNER. We have some friends who use Kiwi.
Kayak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the best
I
ones.
think for most Americans, they use Kayak, and then once you get outside of the U.S. and you're leaving from a country outside of the U.S. or a city outside of the U.S., SKYSCANNER is better.
Yeah, I prefer SKYSCANNER.
Yeah, SKYSCANNER's got a cool feature where you could put in everywhere, and it'll show you the cheapest places to go.
Yeah, you just choose where you want to depart from, and then everywhere is your destination. So that's kind of fun, especially if you're up for an adventure and you're like, I just want a cheap flight somewhere. What's the cheapest I can get for these days? Put in your departure and then type in everywhere, and it'll show you cheap places. So that's a good one.
Yeah. So let's talk about how we hijacked our last deal.
Just recently, there was a Singapore National Day. So
Woohoo!
Singapore is 52 years old now, still very young. But Scoot, one of the budget airlines in this area, had a great deal. It was a buy one, get one kind of situation for flights.
They call it 1+1 here.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Also call it that in South Korea, but I just don't understand the concept of 1+1.
Yeah. But, buy one, get one.
Yeah.
A buy one, get one promotion.
2 for the price of 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy for flights?
Yeah, it's a very strange promotion.
So when you hear about it at first, you're like, okay, so I'm going to go on the website and it's going to be like you have to travel on these 3 days, or like you can only go to these 2 random places.
Oh, and we're going to hammer you with fees.
Yeah, like taxes will be like crazy or something. But no, it was actually really good. And so we ended up getting a flight to Athens for the 1+1 ended up being about 450 Singapore dollars each.
Yeah, so that's like 380 USD.
For a round trip ticket to Europe, which is great.
It's a 12-hour flight there, 10-hour flight back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jetstream.
Yeah. Because recently we went to London and we paid about $750.
Yeah.
$750 each, and we had one stopover. But this one's like $450 Singapore dollars again for a direct flight to Athens. We saw that, and I think that night we booked. Got to jump on that quickly.
Yeah, we've actually traveled to 60 countries now, and we're running out of countries that we haven't visited, that we would like to visit. And we had a desire to go to India and Sri Lanka over Christmas, but since this deal came up, we wanted to be flexible and take a cheap flight to a place that would be a lot more expensive to go to in any other way.
Yeah, we've actually already been to Athens, but this gives us an opportunity to just get to that area and then go to different places that we haven't been. So I think when you're looking for flights, the best thing to do is to be flexible. Maybe your days can't be flexible, but your locations can.
Yeah.
Or, the other way around, or even both will just open up opportunities for you, and just you can let the prices dictate where you go, what day you leave, what day you come back, and that's going to be your best option for deals.
Yeah, don't let price be a stumbling block to not traveling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and don't be scared to take budget airlines either. I mean, they're going to have their fees, like, okay, they won't give you a meal. Okay, but you can either choose to pay for the meal or just pick up something cheap and bring it on the plane with you. So there's those little hacks that you can do to keep costs down.
Yeah.
But budget airlines aren't that bad, and they're safe. So don't be afraid. If you've never heard of the airline, don't be afraid to just try it if it's a good price.
Yeah, look it up. See what the reviews are and see if you're comfortable, paying less and getting less.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was actually really funny on this Scoot deal. As we were going through the booking process, it asked us if we would like to book our meals. So everything's a la carte on these budget airlines. And it was like $50 to get a bundle of food. And it's
Loads of food, though.
Oh, tons of food. It's like the food that you would normally get on a major airline. You know how you get 2 meals and maybe a snack and drinks during the flight. But it was like 50 Singapore dollars, and we just decided that we were going to save the money and get our own food because we're not going to roll the dice on it being bad food.
Yeah, we don't know how it tastes. So even though airport food, like buying it at the airport might be a little more expensive, it'll still end up being cheaper.
Yeah, so we won't spend 100 Singapore dollars between us.
Yeah. Another really important thing too is when you travel, the best thing you can do is to not check a bag. For one, there's budget airlines that always get you on checking a bag, and then you always have the risk of them losing it. And if you're going to be traveling around, like maybe you're in a city for 2 days, and then they've lost your bag, and it's like you're worried that they won't get your bag before you're moving on to your next city. So the best thing you could do is to find yourself a good, big but small enough to fit into the requirements, a good carry-on bag, and just do that.
Yeah, there's actually a backpack that we recommend, and we're not getting paid for this.
We recommend it for everything to all of our friends.
That's true. So Osprey Transporter, holler at us and pay us for saying this.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally kidding, but seriously. So we actually recommend the Osprey Transporter. Kaylee shot a video about how to pack this thing that we'll link to this video and let you guys see just how much it can hold and how long you can travel on it. But the Osprey Transporter is great because it fits in basically any overhead bin.
Yeah, we've never had a problem with it. And I'm, very short, and so sometimes it'll look huge on me, and they'll say, oh, that surely can't fit into the little box that they make you put your bag into sometimes. And we're like, oh yeah, and just slides in and out.
Like
and
a
you
boss.
Can pack it like crazy. I mean, we've been in those things for over a month. We've used them.
Yeah, we'll have to wash our clothes in that time period, but yeah, we've been able to travel over a month.
Yeah, and I've done 3 weeks packing stuff without washing clothes. So it's definitely doable. And obviously it depends on if you're going to like cold climate, then it's a little harder because you have like thicker clothes. But if it's hot climate, it's great to just pack stuff in. And another cool feature of that is the zipper is, when you zip it up and you put it on, it's a backpack, the zipper's against your back. So it's very secure. No one can like get into your bag. So that's always good too when you're traveling.
All right, you're going to find out all this information whenever you see her video.
Yeah.
So
watch that one.
Yeah, let's switch gears here. Let's talk about how we unpacked our travel itinerary. So maybe you're wondering what our itinerary looks like. On December 16th, we are leaving Singapore. We'll arrive in Athens on the same day, and we'll be in Athens for, I think, a day before we fly out to Istanbul. We're going from Istanbul to Beirut, Beirut to Cyprus, Cyprus to Jordan, Jordan to Santorini. The only direct flight that we don't have is going to be from Jordan to Santorini. There's no direct flights, or at least they're not cheap. So what we're going to do is we have to fly through Athens, and it's going to be a long layover there. So long that we're going to get out of the airport, get a night in a hotel, and then the next day we'll go to Santorini. We'll arrive back in Athens somewhere on like the 3rd or 4th, and then we leave Athens on the 6th to get back to Singapore on the 7th. So that's our 3-week vacation.
One of the best things you can look for on those flight websites, SKYSCANNER, Kayak, whatever, is the multi-city function that they have.
Yeah.
That one is a real big money saver if you want to take the time to move things around, if you have a little bit of flexibility. That's pretty much what happened to us. We knew the places that we wanted to go, and we had this 3-week chunk, and we weren't really set on I have to do it in this order. So you kind of just move stuff around, and that's how you can find the best deals.
Yeah, so what we ended up doing, like she said, we had our places we wanted to see. We then looked to see which places were direct flights. So we aligned all of the flights up to where we had direct flights, and then we started playing with the dates. We started shifting dates around. The first iteration that we had was about 1,100 Sing, I think. And we said, okay, I think that we can get it cheaper. That price doesn't look good for us. If it stayed 1,100 Sing, we wouldn't have booked it. So we played around with some dates. The second iteration came out to be like 1,300 Sing. And we didn't really end up liking those dates anyways. We wanted to be in certain places on Christmas and on New Year's. So we played around again, and we shifted to what we have now, and it was like 850 Sing. So it dropped for about 500 Sing from our second iteration to our third iteration. We got really excited, and we booked it.
Just went ahead and did it. If you see something that you like, just book it. Because it's rough if you check it day by day and then you see it go up, you see it go down.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, and then you feel like, then you track it and it just keeps going up, and then you feel really bad, like, oh, I need to book it, and then you book it, but you've seen it cheaper, and that sucks.
Yeah, if it's a price you're comfortable paying, just go ahead and pay it. Just get it done.
Get it out of the way, and then you know that you're set, even if it's really far in advance.
Yeah, which this is far in advance. We're shooting this video in August, and our trip is in December.
Yeah. But we saw what we liked, and we just did it.
Yeah. So now it just comes down to booking hotels.
Yeah, which we can wait a little bit on those.
Or Airbnb.
Yeah. And for that stuff, you want to mainly book at least a month out, but it's not any price difference to do it like 4 or 5 months out. Yeah. Unless you're a part of a program and they do private sales, which that's another thing you want to get on. Another thing that you want to do as well, that's a big money saver when you travel, even if you don't travel that much.
Yeah, it's free to sign up for these different programs, reward programs.
Yeah, and then just kind of rack up the points as you can, and eventually that translates to free nights, or at least like getting free food and beverage or something at the hotel. So don't shy away from signing up for that stuff. It's free.
Yep. Listen, if you like this video, we'd appreciate a thumbs up. We would appreciate if you subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know other videos you'd like us to do.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about flight stuff, just contact us. You can email us at expatseverywhere@gmail.com.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
See ya, expats.